Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of All Scoring No Defense, the best sports channel. And on this episode, I'm going to give you guys 4 HBCU players that the WNBA should look forward to drafting, or at least consider drafting. Let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching in the sports land like I have, you've been starting to see that a lot of HBCU schools are starting to get a lot more notoriety. What does that mean? That a lot of HBCU sports players are starting to get notoriety. But it's more in particular been on the men's side. We've been seeing a lot more HBCU men get, looked at for the NFL or get more NFL opportunities. And we've been seeing bigger names go to men's schools, whether it's for football or basketball. But on this episode, I want to name 4 HBCU women players that the WNBA should be looking forward to drafting, or at least consider. Let's get into it. Okay, number 1, we have Angel Gooden out of Bethune-Cookman. Angel Goodman, in 2017, she was the MEAC Player of the Year. In that season, she averaged 16 points per game. But this following season, or this previous season, she averaged 20 points per game. But with her scoring, she does a lot of her scoring from the three-point line, seeing that on the season, she led the MEAC with 96 total three-pointers. That is spectacular, and that would help any team. Heck, if it's the WNBA or the NBA, that would help out any team, especially in today's game, because there is such a big attention on shooting, because when you have a great shooter, you can space the floor, and that is what you need in today's game. You need floor spacing. And get this, in 3 MEAC tournament games, she scored a total of 70 points. Now, with those 3 total games, she had 2 games where she scored 26 points. So that just shows you when the moment is brightest, or when palms get sweaty, she can put the basketball in the hoop. And that's another thing that you want from a player, because you want someone when the moment is intense and when pressure is on you, to perform and deliver, and she can do that. Next, we have Deja Harris out of Livingstone. Now, since transferring to Livingstone back in 2018, she has averaged 21 points per game, 5 assists, and she's led the team in steals with 3. Now, she did have a disappointing 2020 season, but I do believe she can and will bounce back from that. So if you're a WNBA team, I really do believe Deja Harris will benefit to your team. She can score at will, she can get to the paint, and she can create her own shot. And that is what any basketball team needs. And I think that can be a major contribution to any basketball team. Third, we have Shanette Hicks out of Norfolk State. Now, she's transferring from Virginia Tech. She played just 1 season for Norfolk State, but in that 1 season, it was historic, seeing that she led the MEAC in scoring with 20 points per game, and then she also led her team with 5 assists per game. And get this, she can also do it on the defensive side of the ball, seeing that she averaged 5 steals per game. But when I was doing my research on her, this was also very interesting. She became the first player in conference history to win Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. So that just shows you she can play on both sides of the basketball, and that's what you need, especially in today's time, because me personally, I ain't finna go out there and play no defense, but seeing that she's out there willing to play defense on a nightly basis, hey, come on now, y'all gotta give her some attention. And last but not least, we have Kaya Williams out of Bowie State. Now, she is one of the most versatile basketball players at the HBCU, or she's one of the most versatile basketball players out of HBCU, seeing that she can play both offense and defense. And get this, her numbers on the season was she was a walking double-double, seeing that she averaged 14 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. So that just shows you that she's not afraid to get inside and bang with the bigger players, the bigger, stronger players. And then she's a rebounding monster. And hopefully, I do hope that these women, or these HBCU women basketball teams, get a little bit notoriety, because we've been seeing all the attention go to men's schools. So hopefully, with the help of All Scoring No Defense, that narrative can change. But that's all for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I do new episodes like this Monday through Friday. And I'm out.